is directly proportional to temperature. Is that what you said? Okay, either inversely.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Volume of diffusion of gas is equal to volume of temperature, provided the pressure remains constant.
Okay, the volume of gases in a container is either, listen, because I will ask you. Volume of gas of a container is either.
No, that's not what I said. It's either.
So what are you saying?
Volume of diffusion of gas
is inversely. Okay, it is inversely proportional to temperature, provided pressure remains constant. Good. Caleb, see? Sit down. Good attempt. Very good attempt. Yes, who else wants to try? What is Boyle's law? Boyle's law. Do we have Gale's law? Do we have Gale's law? In which course, please? We have Boyle's law. Do we have Gale's law? We have Gale's law. Okay. Let's finish with Boyle's law, then we'll go to Gale's law. So who else can try? What is Boyle's law? Yes, what's your name? Grace. Grace. Stan, what is Boyle's law?
States that the volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to the pressure, provided that temperature is constant.
The volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to pressure, provided temperature is what? Constant. Grace, you are gracious. Grace is gracious. All right, sit down. So we have two definitions here, one from Caleb, right? And another one from Grace. So Caleb says the volume of gas in a container is it directly or indirectly, you said? Inversely proportional to temperature, right? Provided pressure is what? Constant. And Grace said the volume of gases in a container is inversely proportional to pressure, provided temperature is constant. We have two conflicting definitions here, and I'm confused. So which one is the correct one? Grace. Gracious. Okay. Grace is correct. I think she clearly stated Boyle's law. I'm not saying that Caleb is wrong. No, that is not what I'm saying. Caleb clearly stated Gale's law. All right? So the one he stated was Gale's law. Grace stated Boyle's law. But in this course, we are going with Boyle's law. So if volume is inversely, look, Boyle's law states that the volume of gas in a container, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So you have V equals 1 over P. What do you think happens to pressure? If volume of the container is increasing, what would happen to the pressure of the container? What? it increases. It decreases. Fantastic. So if the volume is increasing, pressure will be doing what? Decreasing. If the volume is decreasing, pressure will be doing what? Decreasing. So if you relate Boyle's law to what we have here, we are talking about the volume and pressure changes in the lungs. Take the lungs as a container. So during inspiration, what happens? Look, diaphragm and external intercostal muscles does what? Contracts. Chest wall does what? It moves upwards and what? Outwards. What happens to the lung volume? It expands. Air is entering it. It's just like blowing air into a balloon. You get a balloon and you begin to blow air into it. That balloon begins to expand. All right? So air is entering the lungs. Volume is expanding. Pressure, the respiratory pressure will do what? Will do what? Decrease. Good. So, let's hold that thought and let's relate it to all of the respiratory pressures that we have discussed in our previous class. Beginning with the intrapleural pressure. So during inspiration, as the lung volume is expanding, what happens to intrapleural pressure? Yes, somebody should tell me quickly. What happens to the intrapleural pressure? It does what? Increase. Decrease. Oh my Jesus. What is the normal value of the intrapleural pressure? What is the normal value of intrapleural pressure? 756. In the respiratory tract, it is what? Minus what? 4. So, during inspiration, what happens to the intrapleural pressure? It does what? It expands. Please expatiate what it means by it expands. Look, Boyle's law states that volume is inversely proportional to what? Pressure. Here, the lung volume is expanding. Air is entering into the lungs from the atmosphere. This intrapleural pressure, which normally is minus 4 millimeters of mercury, will decrease further. That pressure would decrease. So moving from minus 4 to minus 5. And sometimes during deep inspiration or forceful inspiration, that pressure goes from minus 4 to minus 6 millimeters of mercury. It is simple. As the volume of the lung is expanding or is increasing, the pressure, beginning with the intrapleural pressure, will decrease from minus 4 to minus 5 and sometimes minus 6 millimeters of mercury. What happens to the pulmonary pressure? Yes? Intrapulmonary pressure.